Hello, everyone. Welcome to Youth Bombs. I'm Carson,
I'm Thomas.
I'm Michael.
and we're the voice of young conservatives in Alachua County. Today, we're going to go ahead and talk about Michael, about what he's been doing at the UF College Republicans Club. So can you go ahead and give us some insight at what you've been doing over there?
Of course. Thank you, Carson. Honestly, in total, I can report a lot of good things, and especially in terms of turnout. For example, the last two presidential debates, the vice presidential and the presidential debate, turnout was great. The presidential got about 100 plus people. The room was like overflowing. It was really nice to see. And then for the vice presidential, very similar. I'd say about 80-ish people. And we did market as a Republican club that was hosting these events. And nonetheless, people still turned out. And I would like to say that most, I think the majority, if not all, were Republican, which is a very good sign in terms of a university town has a lot of Republicans showing up.
I think just generally, UF tends to skew more conservative, and so there are, there's a good backing of, at least for a college, that is. Most colleges are absurdly liberal, so even for UF to be a 60% liberal, 40% conservative split makes it a pretty liberal school. Can you go ahead and tell us, where are you guys meeting? Like, how can people get involved with this club?
Oh, of course. Anyone can, of course, get involved, and we normally meet in the Rights Union, any room in the Rights Union, but yeah, anyone is certainly allowed to get involved and participate and debate, even if you're not a Republican. If you want to go in there and maybe ask some questions, maybe you even want to debate a little bit, that's perfectly fine. We welcome that sort of thing. I pride myself as being a very free speech oriented club. You can go in there and you can say pretty much anything, of course, within some lines of reason, and expect to get a professional and nuanced as well as a polite disagreement to what you might be saying.
Yeah, and that really resonates with me as a libertarian free market capitalist. So, Tomas, have you gone to anything with the College Republicans Club?
Well, I've seen multiple times all the events they host. I will definitely be looking to get more involved, as I am a conservative Republican. I think, Michael, that you and the UF College Republicans are doing basically, if I can call it this way, God's work.
Thank you very much.
As a conservative, you come into these campuses, and they're liberal strongholds, right? Teachers, the education, most students are liberal, and we feel that we don't have any safe spaces as conservatives, and so the creation and the open gates of the UF College Republicans means a lot for us Republican students at UF.
That means a lot to me, and it honestly does. And I'd like to say to that because, of course, the stereotype is true. It is normally a more liberal. Any university in America is typically more liberal, with the exception of a few. But I'd like to say that, in fact, I know that I can say we haven't had any real, I'd say, pushback, really. No one's gotten nasty with us or have come up to us while we've tabled and, gotten nasty or tried to deface any of the stuff we had up. It's honestly been very smooth sailing. We've had some people come up. It's funny. We'd have like a Trump flag up, for example, and someone would come up and say, "Aren't you scared to fly that?" Of course, this person was from California, so welcome to Florida, really. And it's like, no, man, we're not afraid at all. Nothing's going to happen to us so long as you go through the proper procedures and you're allowed to be there. Nothing's going to happen to you. No one's going to come up and get physical or, so far, get nasty. And even so, it's not anything to be afraid of. People are going to dislike your opinions, and as long as you have any sort of conviction, you can stay true to your beliefs without having to fear too much.
I think it's great, Michael, that you're saying that when you table or you do events, you haven't experienced any irrespectful or disrespectful manners of people that do not align with our values. I think that is very important, not only in our society but in our schools, so to respect each other's opinions and values, and it brings great happiness to me to see that we Republicans and the UF College Republican Club is being respected despite differences with, maybe we can say, a majority that is the students and staff of the UF, that we have respect and there have not been any, as you said, nasty situations.
Of course.
And it really, I think, speaks to like the environment we have here at UF. It's a great environment. The people here, I've found, I'm a freshman, and so the people here have been great so far. And it's just a really nice environment, no matter what your political backgrounds are, that you guys haven't really encountered that much resistance or pushback from people who don't align with you. Now that elections are over, can you go ahead and tell me some of the things that you guys will be planning for the future?
Of course. Well, I would like to get some speakers, maybe some local speakers. I know Kat Kamak likes to come to the campus a lot and talk to people, so I was thinking about maybe reaching out to her and seeing if I can get her to come and speak to some people. As well, I would like to communicate to people that even though Trump has won, and that's a great first step, it's not over. As we know, in the first term, he had some problems with staff. There were a lot of people that were either backstabbing or working against him, and I think it's important that people understand that it's not over. We have to make sure, like, for example, Mike Pompeo and Nikki Haley were just announced to not be rejoining the administration, which is great news. And it's important that people understand that we have to keep, because Mike Pompeo was extremely unpopular, I think, amongst the people. Like, if you go on any social media, political social media, most people were not really looking forward to that. I think he was, Secretary of State, I want to say they were going to make him, or is what the people were speculating. We don't want sort of a neoconservative shift coming into the administration. We want, at least I think, we should have Trump loyalists, people that have stuck by him thick and thin through the impeachments and through all the other slander he's gone through. And I think that should make up the Trump administration. I think it's important people know to push the envelope on those sorts of things. Those are sorts of the things we'll be getting up to.
Mm-hmm. As with, and I have some differences with some of the people that may take up those positions, but overall, I think it is important that if anyone is to get anything done during their administration, they have people who will, not actively work against them.
Of course.
Republicans don't want to go back to the first Trump term either. Can you just go ahead and give us a kind of wrap up, maybe some things that the fellow college Republicans who maybe haven't gotten active with the club, or people who may be in the club, what can they do to get involved and help out the club and all of that stuff?
Well, for those who aren't active yet, I would like to say that now is the time. We have won, when we won by a lot. We won the popular vote, which is insane when you think about it. First time in, I want to say, 20 years since George Bush.
Yeah, it was 2004.
Of course, that's wild. So now is the time, if you would like to voice your opinions or be heard or get active, now is the time to be doing it. As far as how you might be able to help any conservative groups on campus, I mean, maybe just show up. Just come. We have an Instagram at UF College Republicans, shameless plug. We do have an Instagram where we post all of our meetings, all important updates, some interesting things that go on in the news. Just show up, come talk to me. I'm a pretty friendly guy. I don't think you'll have to worry too much. And I'll tell you how maybe you can help us a bit. So,
well, Michael, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be attending every single event.
That's great. Awesome.
Just one last closing thought. What's up with the hat?
What's up with the hat? Oh, the green part, you mean?
Yeah.
Well, it's a St. Patty's Day hat. So I know obviously the red is iconic, but I saw it. It was given to me by the old president of the College Republicans. And I'm like, you know what? I kind of like this. It's green. I don't know. I thought it was different. And some people, they're like, Michael, where's the green hat sometimes? Like when I wore it out to the election, they were like, where's the green hat? I'm like, I figure I'd go with the iconic red, but I do like it. I think it's cool.
Well, thank you everyone for watching. We really appreciate it. We upload every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 1 p.m.